Hello, this is Ryan, and I am from Superior Networks. I'm here today just to show you the beginnings of a very basic way to build a basic web page. Today's episode will be very much setting it up, getting it all working, that kind of thing. Before you can really start with a website, you'll need somewhere to host it. Now, obviously, you can do what a lot of people do, and you could host it off your own machine. However, when we get very advanced in the future, and we want to run stuff like PHP or anything that requires any kind of cool stuff, so like this Twitter slider, you require it really to be on a web page. So what I would recommend is heading over to our website and purchasing something like the basic plan. We will be using the Superior Networks FTP, which I'll explain about in another episode of how our systems work, to upload the web pages from our folder where all our HTML files will be stored. So what I'd recommend is, first of all, purchasing some sort of web hosting. There are a few free ones out there, but they're not great, to be honest, and you will be very limited in the future if you try doing any sort of PHP script or cron jobs or a lot of other complicated stuff. All those things I've just said I'll explain about in a how it works episode, where I will talk about how our networks work, and what every single thing in our control panel does. Now, before you can do a huge deal, you need to buy it, and when you do buy it, you'll have access to this page, or you can open it now, but you'll have a username and password, and it's called the cPanel. And inside the cPanel, you can set up your FTP details, or you can use your file manager that is in there. We're going to use FTP because it's easier, and this page will be live as well. So if you do want to have a look at this page in live time, I'll be creating the stuff now and I'll do it. So this is what it looks like when it loads. It's a bit slow, and this has every single thing you need. So everything in here is very limited on the free kind of hosts, which is why I do recommend you buying a proper plan on either of these. To be honest, the beginnings you'll only probably need basic economy at a push. However, when you're moving on, you'll want something with a bit more guts in it and kind of the ability to do a bit more. So, without further ado, we will start the preparations. If you have a cPanel with us, or you have just gone and bought it because you just paused the video like a smarty pants, then you can go into your FTP accounts and you can create FTP, and if you Google something like FileZilla or something, that's normally a very good one. I'd always recommend FileZilla. That's how we will be doing it. The other way you can do it is you can open up the file manager, and the file manager will look like this. It'll prompt me in a minute when it loads. It's a bit slow, and it's going to eventually, yeah, it'll prompt me, and all you need to do is go to the web root. Home directory is a level above it. Web root is the actual visible stuff, and you can just go to that. And as soon as it loads, I'll be able to just show you. Now, a lot of this is quite confusing if you've never seen it before. If you've seen it before, don't worry, you're a genius. Everything in here is publicly accessible by going to superiornetworks.com/ and then whatever it is. Though I should warn you, most of it is encrypted, so really, or it's just testing. So I wouldn't bother trying to access any of this. However, what you'll need to do is open up your FTP or in the file manager, do right click or create new file type thing, and for this we're going to call it HTML learning. HTML education. That way it doesn't look all similar. And if we scroll down and just find it, there we are. And in here is the file. Now, that basically set up all your online stuff. So if we now go to superiornetworks.com/HTML education, and it might just take a few minutes for the page to load. Yeah, in here it's just a new folder, by the way, so you can just click new folder. Not quite sure it's not working. Okay, don't worry about that, to be honest. That will just make sure it works, and it does work. You can see that there. Then you don't really need this bit for now, unless you've got File Manager. However, we'll be using FTP. The next thing you'll need is a piece of software called Notepad++. You can just Google it, you can download it, it's completely free, and it will look like this. So instead of your normal Notepad, doesn't look great. I don't know if you can see me in my start menu or not. If you can't, this is what Notepad looks like. It's just me opening up Notepad. This is what it looks like, and you can write all your HTML out in there and all that, but it's not very nice. So first things first, you need to create a folder somewhere where you can store all your HTML files. That's the most important bit. We don't care about anything else for now, we just need to store the files. So I'm going to call the website Files Education. So once you create that folder, you can create it on your desktop, wherever you want to save it, doesn't really matter. Create a blank one, so you can just do a new one. File, save as. So my one's on an external hard drive, so I'm just going to go and find where the folder is. So it's on my expansion drive. Superior Networks, YouTube, files, website files, and I'm just going to call it index. Sorry, lesson. No, trying to think of a good name. vid1.html. You can alternatively find it in this drop-down menu, but there's a lot of different extensions in there. And just do save. Now that's changed it and it's saved as HTML. So if we now go and do run launching Chrome, that should, with any luck, open it on another tab here. Yeah, it has. And you can see it's a blank page. Now, some of you realised I was trying to save it as something else, which was index.html. Index.html in websites is basically without putting a slash on. So bbc.co.uk is actually going to bbc.co.uk/index.html. So some people, depending on how they set it up, in here would have slash. When it loads, it would be like /potato/apple/pear, and then there would be index. You can set up so you don't need that, but that's quite complicated, and we're not going to go over that. So now you have your basic workspace set up. On here, we'll have our things. We'll just drag it over there, and on here will be the code. So when writing HTML, the first thing you ever need to write is open up these, and you do doc type HTML, and it needs an exclamation mark there. Close that, and you'll see these two have just lit up or highlighted. That just tells you that they kind of are linked. Then open them again, like crocodile things, and do HTML, then do that and close HTML. Now if you click on one, they light up to show the link, and you can collapse it together. If we save that, you won't see any difference. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to open up title. And close title, and anything you put in the middle is here. So if we do, instead of that, we'll do first website ever. And we'll do save. If we refresh this, up here it's changing. So that is the title of the web page. First website ever. And that's all you need. And you may be thinking, well, actually, why can't we just do it another way? Why can't we just do this and type line 1, line 2, line 3, etc., 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 and then do file, save as, no HTML.html, and if we then do run, launching Chrome, and I'd recommend Chrome, by the way. If you're wondering why I'm using Chrome, it's just because when you do view source, it's a lot easier to kind of see. There's no other real reason other than easy. So this is the no HTML.html. and you'll see all it does is put spaces between each one. If you view the source of the page, when it loads, it comes up on different lines, but it's not telling the browser to put it on different lines, which is why it comes up in there on 12 lines as it does here, but actually it doesn't tell the browser to do that. As for on here, if you do, that is view page source. If you just try and reload this, it's actually telling it, it's telling your browser it's a HTML file. The first thing it tells your internet browser, so it'll tell Internet Explorer, Firefox, whatever, it's a HTML file. It's then saying that this is where the HTML starts, because you can obviously have JavaScript, PHP, and lots of other stuff in with it anyway. So this is just telling you that everything in there is HTML. It's then telling the browser that everything in here is a title. I have gone through it quite quickly, and this is about the end of the episode. It's very much just to set up and show you what it looks like. This will be on, and I won't be calling any of these index.html, simply so you can go through and see session by session by going to the link superiornetworks.com/HTML education. And in this, when it loads, actually let's just upload it in. So let's just upload upload video 1 into there. Okay, so that's in there now. So now, by the time it's uploaded, it will definitely be in there anyway. And when this loads, it'll basically just list all the files that are in there. So by the time it's uploaded, there might be a couple of different files in there. Whoops, wrong button. Let's open up my start menu. Yeah, I hope this has been of use to you. Please do like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any trouble, comment. You can head over to the website. If not, drop us a ticket or something, just to make sure we know. Comments, or you can drop this account a private message. If you have any queries, as I say, just a private message, and do like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and good luck.